It is almost week 5 as the Giants head to Dallas to take on the Dallas Cowboys in this one. The Cowboys are a 7-point favorite in this one as we film this. The over-under, by the way, is set at 52. So they're expecting some more offensive fireworks. This one of the higher over-unders in this particular game. I actually kind of prefer the Cowboys spread in this one. I'm a little bit surprised it's not higher, as good as this Cowboys offense has been so far. The Giants have played several competitive games, however. I'm very curious how all that adds up and gets factored in time for Sunday's kickoff. Comment now from Awesome Allen. Any predictions for this Cowboys-Giants game? I'll kind of go rapid fire here, then I'll ask you guys to predict the score. I think you'll see Dak Prescott and Zeke Elliott again have some success on the ground. I think that is the most likely outcome in terms of what's going to go down in this one. I think the Cowboys' offense is too good to be stopped with what the Giants have shown so far on defense. I will make this point about Daniel Jones. He has done a much better job of reducing the turnovers. That's been a big problem in his game. Has not been the case so far through 4 games. Will that continue? I suspect the Giants are going to really avoid Trevon Diggs. I do not think Diggs will have an INT this one. I hope I'm wrong. I think he has a great game. I think he's going to lock down probably Kenny Golladay for the most part, but I'm not sure he'll have another interception in this one. I still think in the end the Cowboys win this game. So now it's a chance for you guys to make some predictions for me in the comment section. Predict the score of the Cowboys against the Giants. Get your votes in for me in the comment section. This will be the pinned comment, by the way, on today's video, meaning get that ad break here on YouTube, scroll on down, and get your votes in. From Mark, aloha. Love the turnovers, but I am concerned that teams can move the ball at will on us. We rank at the bottom in defense with yards per rush and pass. So I think Mark actually brings up a very good point here. If we have that defensive list 5 logos stats, we can go to that too here, Jeremy. Or Jack, wow, sorry. I saw the super chat from Jeremy come in and it got distracted. Yards-wise, the Cowboys have allowed a lot. This is a volume stat. Mark mentioned that the per-play numbers are a bit lower, or someone did as well. The defense has worked because of the takeaways, and you can't really complain about that one. I do think at some point there is going to be regression to the mean on both ends. The Cowboys are not going to have this many takeaways each game. It's going to regress at some point. I also don't think they're going to allow as many third and forever conversions. You take those out of the games, the past couple games, totally different results. Looks more like the Cowboys-Eagles result at that point. So I do think that you raise a very valid concern looking forward, Mark. I think you'll see some regression both ways, and this defense will continue to be around, if not better than league average, which means this is a very dangerous threat come postseason. From Jeremy Chuggs, Cowboys winning the division and losing in the wild card. Jeremy's giving me the bird. I'll go under the camera here. There you go, buddy. Right back for you as far as I'm concerned. Way to give me money. Give us money, your own money. What are you doing out there, buddy? Now, speaking of money, if you guys want to make some more this year betting on football, hey, just follow my picks. I'm on fire right now. You can get a 125% deposit bonus when you go to chatsports.com/bet and you use promo code Cowboys125. The URL right there at the bottom, chatsports.com/bet. Promo code Cowboys125. $100 in, boom, extra 125 to bet with. That way, in case you miss some bets, you got plenty of leftover money as well. Now, the odds this week, as I mentioned earlier, Cowboys by 7, the Giants over under 52. I like the Cowboys to cover that game. In fact, I wonder if the ideal little parlay here, if you want to wager some more, risk some more, don't give me, oh no. I've hit 2 straight 5-team parlays, Jack. I'm up like $250. It's awesome. Yeah, I found back-to-back nuts if I'm blind. I'm the smartest blind person or squirrel ever. Anyway, I think Cowboys cover, under is where I'm leaning in this one. To Mark again, aloha, hated Eli Manning, so overrated, Giants suck. Even producer Jack in my ear says, same. All right, Juan Ramos next up here. Which defensive player will likely get voted to the Pro Bowl, has a chance to get voted? I mean, first off, Trevon Diggs very clearly is on his way to being a Pro Bowl player. I think Randy Gregory, if he keeps the sack numbers up like he did last week, will be in that conversation. I think Micah Parsons will be there as well. I don't think Osa, as good as he's been, is going to get there. Tank's going to have missed too much time to be in that conversation. I'm not sure any of the safeties get there either. I think Diggs and Gregory are your two frontrunners, especially Diggs right now. Duncan Hallman, is it too early to be confident in Cedrick Wilson as a Gallup replacement? I don't think so. I think Wilson's been a very good player for this Cowboys team. Here's where you should have concern. Ced's a free agent after this year. He will not be franchise tagged by the team. Will he get more money and a bigger role and more guarantee, all that stuff elsewhere? That is where I think your concern should be. From Clayton Lockhart, percent chance Kellen Moore leaves next year. It is a future Tom problem. I think that there's a possibility. I think that Jerry's going to throw money at Kellen Moore and or Dan Quinn to keep him there, but I don't think it's a lock one way or the other. It's been 4 games. Let's check in after like 14. We'll have a better feel at that point. From Davi DK Pereira, can Odigizua and Gallimore play together? I don't love that combination in terms of run support in 4 down fronts. I think Gallimore and Odigizua, in terms of run situations, are best at the 3 technique. But on passing downs, absolutely. When you're utilizing a front that you're okay with having Odigizua at the 3 tech and Gallimore at the 1 tech, yes, that works. Neither is a true, like, big run-stopping, run-clogging defense. That's more of a Brett Urban, Quentin Bohanna down the road type of mold, but they can definitely play together, especially on pass downs, and they rotate those guys so much anyway. I'm not concerned about their fit together. From Buddha, will Kelvin Joseph return before the bye? I don't think so. I think at this point, it's a lot more likely you see Joseph come back after the Dallas Cowboys have the bye. Maybe in that last game before he gets back. I don't think he's coming back this week. I think this groin injury was a bit worse than maybe what we had thought it was going to end up being. That sucks for Joseph. He's missed a lot of time so far this year. I don't know when we're going to see Joseph, A, back on the active roster, and B, actually play. Remember, Nahshon Wright finally got a chance to play last week because Trevon Diggs was out and immediately got flagged for a penalty. It is what it is. So we'll see about Joseph. I don't know how big of an impact he's going to have this year. So what do you guys think? What week, if any, does Kelvin Joseph get a start this season? Get your votes in for me in the comments section. Now, speaking of this, from Logan, a super chat, perfect timing, how big of a liability is Anthony Brown? Do we worry? Look, the defense overall is playing very well, so I want to have that as the backdrop for this conversation. In terms of your worst starters right now, it's probably your non-Odigizua defensive tackle. If your linebackers are healthy, you're fine there. Brown is probably your next worst starter. He was much better again after he wasn't going against Antonio Brown. Chargers, he was better, and then he was better against the Eagles. He was better against, I thought, the Panthers outside of a one bad play. He's played better. He's still someone who is better as a cornerback 4 or a cornerback 3. So I think it is fair to worry. He's not the worst corner in the NFL like some have made him out to be. But if your defense gives up a bunch of points, it's probably fair to say, Brown got beat. Come playoff time, and if you got to face off against the Bucs, if you got to face Robert Woods, Cooper Kupp, Deshaun Jackson, if you got to face those good receiving cores, then yeah, it's going to be a worry. But you can't be elite, unfortunately, in the modern NFL at every single position. That's why you were so invested in finding a cornerback. From Chris Wise, just your daily Eagles and Texans reminder, and that they suck, and it feels good. Shots fired at, we'll call him intern Jeremy today. You'll see Jeremy throughout the Cowboys. We'll bring him back on for the Eagles game, and we will continue to quite literally body him. So if you want to see that, hit that big red button and subscribe. That way you don't miss out on anything here at the Dallas Cowboys Report. Less than 500 subs away from 150K. Hit that big red button and subscribe. From Mark, aloha. Sack totals are dropping for Tank every year. Injuries are mounting. I think he's living off his rep from years past and production overpaid. I think as we sit right now, the payment doesn't matter because you're in the year. The sack numbers have dipped. I will make this point. I think that, especially as it relates to future projection, pressure numbers are a great way to evaluate that. 2019, he wasn't as good. I think he had some bad luck at finishing sacks. 2020, the sack numbers are down for everybody because the Cowboys couldn't stop the run, period. So as a result, he wasn't getting good pass rush chances. Now, I think that the numbers will be down this year because Tank has missed so much time. But I think from an impact perspective against the run and the pass, even if the sack numbers aren't there, Demarcus Lawrence, before Trevon Diggs this year, had been pretty clearly your best defensive player for a couple seasons. From Vincent, do you think our coaching staff is proving their worth with their halftime? And I'll throw in in-game adjustments here as well. They've looked good so far. I think so. I think it's a lot of similar stuff in terms of making good adjustments there from the Cowboys. From Kevin Can Wait, okay, weird name. Who is getting cut once the injured guys? This is a good question. Now, this is also a future Tom problem. But the Cowboys have some decisions to make here in the not-too-distant future. Neville Gallimore, Kelvin Joseph, Michael Gallup could all be back before, during, a little bit after, around the bye. Demarcus Lawrence probably a bit further away. Lael Collins, well, he'll come back from suspension in the near future, my fault. Sean McEwen, he might come back this year. Josh Ball could be a stash. Maybe he comes back as well. So I think from that perspective, the Cowboys have some decisions to make. And if Justin Hill comes back, that's 8 guys who we all thought were probably going to make this roster. When they come back, somebody's got to go. When Anaya and Neal come back, that puts them at 53 on the active roster. So somebody's, and somebody's plural, has to get cut. So make your predictions. I think one name, I think Simi Fehoko gets cut when Scalps come back and they try and get him on the practice. Well, that makes a lot of sense from the Cowboys roster projection. So name a player who you think gets cut. Get your votes in for me right now in the comments section. Super chat now from J78724. Should we extend Diggs early next year? You can extend him after next year. You have to wait 3 full years. I think you ask him. I think that Diggs has proven he's going to be a piece of your team long term. Maybe you ask about Lamb as well. That becomes a tricky perspective more often. Sometimes those guys want to wait because they get more money later. But yeah, definitely consider that if you're the Cowboys. From my burner account, do you get D. Ware vibes from Micah Parsons? I don't think, and I hope I'm wrong because that would be better value for the Cowboys, I don't think Parsons is going to be a Demarcus Ware elite against the run and the pass edge rusher. I think Parsons is a bit of a unique blend at the linebacker. He can do that outside linebacker, 3-4, stand-up edge, etc. stuff as a pass rusher, but he's also a good run stopper from the middle. He offers you a lot more in terms of the run support lined up as a middle linebacker or a weak side linebacker than Demarcus Ware did. I don't think he's as advanced yet either as a run stopper in terms of setting edge with power. Now, right now, I think he's more of that rare blend. If you want to make him into a full-time edge, he's been a lot better as a pass rusher than anybody else thought. Because of that, I think that's a good decision if you want to go that route. From Mark, please remind your producer the Giants suck. Aloha. Hey, Jack, who's a Patriots fan, by the way. Giants suck. Watch our Sunday watch party. We'll have our Giants fan back there. Chris Y. starting a GoFundMe for intern Jeremy for therapy for being an Eagles and Texans fans praying for you. As a reminder, the GoFundMe can be found on Venmo at What Going Down, accepting any and all donations for producer Jeremy.